Okay, we're gonna talk about Flight Simulator. Oh, let me bring this back here. It should be in English. The video should be in English. So we're gonna check this out. Oh no, this is not what I want to do. Can we have a theater mode here? Plein écran. Well, we don't have a theater mode. That's okay. That's okay. We'll just check it out right here and see how it goes. So let's check out these airports here. You know, guys, I'm pretty high I'm pretty fired up about Flight Simulator here, guys. Not because I'm a Flight Simulator fan, but because of the immersive. I hate this. What is this hat here? But that's because I'm really into the immersion and how realistic it looks like, and the idea of just traveling around the world and getting to see all of these different locations of our own planet from my home, I think is really exciting. So let's check out what these guys have to say here about Flight Simulator and the airports. Man. Look at.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this new episode of the Feature Discovery series.
Now, guys, luckily for you guys, I am a native French speaker. So if you guys don't understand what he is saying, I would love the link. Yeah, I'll put the link in the description of the video as well, Michael. Okay, there's the link right here, Michael. If you guys don't understand what he's saying, I'm gonna help you out. Please just tell me, right? Because this is a game that is actually developed in Bordeaux. Asobo, which is the developer here, is located in Bordeaux. So all the devs are actually French, and they have the French accent, and you know the French accent is not very easy to understand. So I'll help you. I'll help you out, guys, if it's hard to understand.
I am Sven Mestas, lead game designer at Asobo Studio. In this episode, I'm going to talk about airports in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. First, I'll begin by presenting how we are covering the various types of airports.
So he meant the various types of airports. Yo, Rap Space, how are you doing, man? I'm so glad you're here, Rap Space. So we're going to talk a little bit about Microsoft Flight Simulator, man.
Geographically and by scale. Then, I'll explain the work pipeline to treat each of these airports from big aerials to their final state in Flight Simulator. Finally, I'll present to you airport life and talk about services, ground traffic, and air traffic.
Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. And I've seen a couple of footage here. The problem is, I don't know why. Now, I try to go. This is something that I'm going to have to say about whoever is running the website of the official website of Flight Simulator, is that those videos are not available on the official website. I think it sucks that I have to rely on third-party website like jeuxvideo.com here, a French website, so that I can have access to the entire development video. I don't want to go to jeuxvideo.com. I want to go. I don't want to go to jeuxvideo.com. I want to go to flightsimulator.com. So that's one of the griefs that I would have here. So let's see what they're gonna have for us.
The previous version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, FSX, simulated more than 24,000.
Yes, FSX. I don't know if I'm going to have to edit this out here for the YouTube video. Maybe I'm gonna get demonetized because of him.
Airports. The new Flight Simulator features all the airports in the world, including 37 manually edited airports.
Whoa. 37 or 37,000? Let's say again what he said here, guys. This is why I'm here, guys. Native French speaker. I'm gonna have to help you out understand what he's saying with franglais, with French English.
In the world, including 37 manually edited airports.
Yeah, he said 37. Oh my gosh. Right. Rapspace says he has a pilot's license, so need to fly this ASAP. Hurry, devs, right? All right. Well, Rapspace, I'm looking forward to checking out your content if you're gonna make Flight Simulator content, because guys, gotta tell you something, guys. Rapspace down here is the guy who taught me how to fly with VTOL. I checked out his videos. He's got a little YouTube channel as well. Go check him out because sometimes some of his tutorials are pretty awesome. Anyway, let's continue listening to what this guy is saying here.
This coverage begins at small countryside bush airstrips, all the way to huge international airports.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Geographically,
whoa, whoa,
you'll
guys, let's go back here. Did you see that? It's just like a tiny local airfield, and apparently, so Zsombathely airfield, which apparently is a real airfield that does exist in Hungary, and that is one of the 37,000 airports and airfields that have been implemented in this game, guys. 37,000. How amazing is that? Sascla says, en tant que français et prof d'anglais, j'approuve infiniment votre accent, éradicateur. Avez-vous un accent, vous avez un accent suisse en français, non? Non, je suis breton. So here, so Sascold here is actually a French English teacher. It turns out, Sascold, that actually I have a degree of English literature and civilization. So we probably have the same degree, Sascold. And if you grew up in Paris, maybe we went to the same university. I'm not gonna say more, Sascold, but that's why I can speak English. Anyway, blown away here by what I'm seeing with those airfields, small airfield in Hungary. I mean, who would go to Hungary, right? But it's pretty much awesome. All right, let's move on here. The next
all the
one.
way to huge international
JFK, right? Anybody who's been to New York knows this airport, the main airport in New York City, right? Entirely redone. This doesn't look like a video game. It even has those cool rainbow effects there, which the weather is so amazing looking in this title. I can't wait. It's too bad. I'm not a member of the alpha. That's pretty unfortunate. I really wish that I could get my hands on it. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the leaked footage of Flight Simulator. In those leaked footage, it doesn't look like that, but that's because, unfortunately, there are two things. So first, it has to do with, of course, a little bit of the hardware, but the hardware is not the most important factor here. The most important factor is actually your internet connection.
airports. Geographically, you'll find airports all over the world.
Wow, look at that. Here, this is Aspen County Airport. So Aspen is in the USA, of course, one of those places where people like to ski in America. So that's why you have those frozen, I would say, biomes, right? Star Citizen jargon, obviously, right? All right, here, Sascold says he lives in Lille and he is very hyped about the new Flight Simulator. Absolutely, I absolutely agree with you. Sascold, je dois traduire en anglais, hein, parce que tout le monde ne comprend pas, malheureusement. I have to translate that into English, but yeah, I agree with you. I'm very hyped about it.
Nestled on small island.
Wow, what is that here? This is in Sabah. Sabah is one of those overseas territory of the Netherlands near South America. Look at how tiny that island is. The airport is like is like as big as the whole peninsula here.
Islands adjacent to major.
And here we have Los Angeles with that typical hue of colors there. Oh, that's very, very California-like, right?
Cities. And perched on mountain.
Yeah, Courchevel. So, guys, you guys may not know it. So, Courchevel is in the Alps in France, in Savoie, actually, I should say. And it is one of the weirdest airport. They don't even call it an airport. They call it an altiport because it's like an airport in a mountain. And the strip is actually not flat. It's curved, as you can see. It's one of the most dangerous airports to land and take off at. So it's going to be quite a challenge to actually get there in Courchevel. Krilo says he wish he could stay here for a while. Happy stream, Krilo. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. Your presence is, of course, appreciated.
Sides. North and south.
Oh my gosh, look at those... Look at those interchanges here. And this is where is that? That's in Georgia, USA here. Look at that airport right next to the highway. And you know what? We're gonna talk about this later. But I think that You know, I think that they could even have some kind of driving simulator as well as just flight simulator, given how well they can reproduce all of Earth here. Don't you guys think it would be amazing with what they've done here to actually have a driving simulator where you could actually drive a car around the world like that? I think that I would dig that even more than a flight simulator. Just my opinion here, of course.
America, Europe, Africa,
Whoa,
Asia,
whoa, whoa!
and
Where is that? Well,
Oceania
let's go
are
back
all
here. Let's go.
represented.
Let's bring in my
Europe,
coffee.
Africa.
That's not Africa. That's Ireland. They're saying here. Yeah, that's Ireland. And look at that. Look at those waves here. Those water effects. It's just those airports are so amazing. 37,000, man. I can't believe it.
Asia, and Oceania are.
And here, this is in New Zealand as well. All right.
All represented.
Here we have Saint Barthélemy, which is a French overseas territory as well. Very famous for the jet set. You're gonna have a lot of private jets here on this airport. By the way, something that I don't know, guys. If I don't know if anybody, if any of you guys are familiar with flight simulators, but I was wondering if there were, types of missions, take passengers from point A to point B, or is it just randomly flying when you're flying this, when you're flying in this game? 'Cause I've never played a flight simulator. I mean, the last time I played a flight simulator was a long time ago. It was such a long time ago. I didn't speak English back in these days, so I had no idea about what to do. That's how long ago. That's how long ago I played the last flight simulator game. So I don't know what this game is about, quite frankly. But we're gonna check it out, I guess, when it's out. And what is that here? That is in Bolivia. All right, in the Amazon. We've got so many crash feeds of Saint Bart. I don't know. So you've crashed a lot in Saint Barthélemy. Okay. I don't know about this. This is in Marrakesh. All right, in Morocco, North Africa. And the Maldives. All right, so let's see how they are going to how they are building those
Before
airports.
editing airports, we needed to first create a database. We started from the FSX collection and decided to add.
And you see, so that's great. That's great. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that I would have to start from scratch, and they're not starting from scratch. They're taking their database from the previous iteration of Flight Simulator. And I think that, of course, number one, it's a great move. Number two, it's going to save them a lot of time and allow them to add far more new content in the actual release of the game. I'm all for that. Sasko said they have scenarios in sorts, scenarios of all sorts in Flight Simulator. Okay, so it's about scenarios. Okay, all right.
More airports to give better coverage and a larger amount of locations to explore. After lots of triage and selection, we edited 37,000 airports. Wow. In order to reach
Look at this is so mind-boggling in my
a
opinion.
new level of reality in flight simulation,
Look at how those airports here sometimes are in the middle of nowhere, right?
we needed a new
Look at that in the desert. Looks like in Saudi Arabia or something,
approach. That's why we decided to innovate
Wow, what I love, I'm a big highway fan. Anybody who's seen me play City Skylines or Transport Fever 2 know that I love highways. So what I'm thinking the most here in this picture are the interchanges. But anyway, it's not the topic here.
by editing airports
Look at that triangle here. Oh my gosh, this is looking quite awesome. I never knew that our airports were in triangle shapes like those.
from real areas
Okay, what is this one here? I don't know.
and satellite pictures.
Yeah, so they're using their satellite picture from their Bing service, but actually this is in-game. Wow. I think that this looked like, no, not this one. Whereas this one, I think this one looks quite similar to me. Yes, it's quite familiar. It looks as if it's like Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, but I could be wrong. It kind of looked like Charles de Gaulle. Anyway. So, wow.
This technique involves editing each airport manually.
Hey, come on, what's going on here? Where's my video? I'm gonna have to reshuffle it here, guys.
Which means particular
Wow, look at that. I think that this is Gibraltar. Yeah. This is Gibraltar. For those of you who don't know, Gibraltar is like a British enclave south of Spain, and like the airport is right at the limit. And there's actually a road that crosses the airport in Gibraltar. Like you can see the road right here, right? So when the plane comes, cars have to stop and they have to let the plane pass, and then they can drive on the actual airfield strip. This is insane.
Attention to details has been given to every single one of them to bring them a step closer to reality. This work has never been done at this scale, and that's why we needed to create a specific tool for developers to handle airport editing. Now, I'll take you through this edition process. This pipeline has been used for every single airport.
Okay.
Step 1.
Wow. Alice Springs. I've been there. I've been there before. I've been to Alice Springs. I took this airport a long time ago in 2001.
One is to trace logical elements straight on the Bing map aerial. We begin by drawing the airport perimeter, which will force the building type generation when it will occur. Next, we draw the runway with as much accuracy as available by defining its real length and width. Its orientation will determine its numerical markings.
Oh, he doesn't know we say determine in English. Anyway, I'm trying to teach him how to speak English. I shouldn't do that. I'm being a anyway, this is pretty awesome that they are using those tools for every single airport. I can't believe it. So I can't believe how easy it looks actually.
According to Magnetic North. After that, we define taxiways based on the real ones, which will be used for ground traffic, air traffic, ATC, and Simmers. We place the parking spots at the exact same place of the existing ones. Finally, we reproduce markings on the apron. The second part is defining surfaces.
So basically what they're using procedural generation and their data from Bing Maps to recreate these airports. This is really smart. I love what I'm seeing here.
According to the observed material on Bing aerials, we edit surfaces. It can be grass, concrete, dirt, etc. This process allows us to capture the real identity of the runway and to apply accurate materials onto it. Of course, it leads to different behaviors, impacting the landing gear grip, for instance. If there are any visual artifacts on the grass, such as planes, we draw perimeters to remove them.
Okay. Oh, wow, let's have a look again. Let's have a look. Look at that. Boom.
The final part is the post-processing.
That's how they remove the concrete.
These steps are automatically performed by our algorithms. The runway slope is applied for chart references. Materials are applied on generated objects, allowing us, for instance, to see reflections on runways, wet materials, tire marks, etc.
This is insane. They had to do that for 37,000 airports? This is insane. How many people work in this game, guys? How many people work on this game? How many people worked on doing it? And how long did it take? This is so mind-boggling to me.
The visual artifacts on concrete are automatically removed. Contrasts and colors are adjusted to match real life. Names are attributed to taxiways and signs are generating along them. Animated windsocks are generated as well. These are even able to follow the wind direction when it changes.
Oh, wow.
We also improve the light generation by having them spawning.
Oh my gosh, guys, I hate to say that because I love Star Citizen, guys, but this looks so much people. What do you mean? Just 5 people worked on that? Oh, that is like in Star Citizen, man. They have 5 people teams, right? But, as much as I hate to say what I'm going to say here, because I love Star Citizen, but this looks so much better than ArcCorp right now. Even though ArcCorp looks so much better than what it used to look like half a year ago, this is the real deal. At night, man, this really looks like you are looking at the landscape here of LA by night. And look at, you even have the light pollution effect here in the background.
Along the runways and taxiways. Because some airports deserve more attention, we made a selection of 80 airports based on the most played and busiest ones. We gave these airports more realism by naming the taxiways and signs according to official IDs and providing them more accurate surface definition. Beyond that, in order to take things further, we created a top-level category. We defined a final selection made of iconic airports and dressed them up to reach a new level of realism in flight simulation. We created and placed unique buildings and props matching reality, transcribing their identity and their ambience, and we even terraformed some landscapes to nest them in their real environment.
Wow. Okay, all right. So just 18 most played airport. Or I suppose we're going to talk about, JFK. We saw Rio de Janeiro, right? London Heathrow, Paris Charles de Gaulle, Frankfurt. I would bet Singapore is in there as well. LA should be there. Chicago O'Hare should be there as well. Houston, Texas should also be there. I'm probably missing quite a few, of course. Rome, I could imagine Rome being in there as well. Zurich, Moscow Sheremetyevo has got to be in there as well. And probably some airports in the Middle East, like in Dubai, maybe, or Abu Dhabi. So not a lot, actually, but sometimes it makes sense because how many airports can you name, right? Not so much. So yeah, I was probably at 8 or 9. I was starting to run out of names.
Now, let's talk about airport life. Life is supported in every airport of the game according to the size. As in FS6, we kept the ambient ground traffic in airports, but we've made improvements.
Yo, Robert, I have no idea how long the title have been in development. This is something that I would like to know as well, Rob. But I would like the guy to stop saying F because I'm going to get my video demonetized. I'm going to have to edit him out in the video when this is gonna get released to YouTube.
We filled airport parking lots with vehicles to provide a more realistic look. We tweaked vehicle behavior. They come and go on taxiways, but now they stop at all shops.
Guys, this is actual in-game footage. This is not real footage.
Even if the runway is free, and they are able to turn on their lights at night.
27 years.
We included workers as well.
See, that's one of the things that here, in my opinion, is immersion breaking. And I think it's really too bad that they don't have agreements with actual airliners to have actual airline logos on the planes, and instead we're seeing the official logo of Airbus or Boeing or God knows which other plane maker is going to be in the game, right? And I think that's too bad. I want to see Singapore Airlines. I want to see Delta Airlines. I want to see Air France. See what I mean, right? I don't want to see Airbus 320 Neo, whatever, right? This is game breaking. I know there's going to be some mods and people are going to do those skins by themselves, but I think it's too bad that Microsoft doesn't have the actual license to put those skins in game to make them already look more realistic. This is a little bit immersion breaking to me.
They move between various points, bringing life to the apron. Services are now accessible from the ATC on a specific ground frequency. We kept services which were already set in FSX, but made various improvements. Gateways have new visuals and a more realistic way to attach exit doors, fitting more precisely with the fuselage.
Wow, so you're really going to have to put your plane properly so that passengers are going to be able to exit the plane.
Pushback vehicles now feature drivers. The baggage service has workers as well.
The baggage service? No, it's the luggage service. Sorry about that. He's French. I have to translate for you. The luggage service.
And we set a realistic trail behavior on baggage carts.
Wow.
Fuel services have been improved as well. When a fuel truck arrives, it plugs itself to the refueling hose.
Okay, that's got to be in America. That's a real American truck here. That's
automatically opens the fuel panel, allowing you to tweak your fuel settings. The same panel is open when you go to the fuel station with your aircraft. We added some services in order to allow you to complete your ground handling in a more realistic way. You can now call a ground power unit, which will be plugged into the aircraft through a cable.
Uh-huh. And what's the
A
point of
ramp
that?
trunk is now available when you are on the right parking spot type. We added as well an animated catering truck.
Of course, for the food of the passengers.
All of these services are now exposed in XML and are customizable using the SDK tools. Is it possible as well to create small scripted behaviors with your own objects and animations and to place them where you want?
So are we gonna be able to do that ourselves if we want to mod the game? This is something that I'd like to know.
As you may have noticed, there are no parked planes all over the apron. These aircraft are actually part of the traffic. They can be called by the ATC, which means that they will perform some ground services on their own to get ready for a flight.
And you see, this is where I love being a Star Citizen fan, because there are so many terms in Star Citizen, like ATC. I had no idea what an ATC was, right? Air traffic controller. I had no idea until the term came in Star Citizen, when we actually had to call the ATC when we were going to Lorville. I was like, oh, ATC, air traffic. All right, right. And it helps a little bit to understand the jargon here in those videos and for this
They will
upcoming
then
game.
taxi to the old short to queue before taking off. We hope you enjoyed this look into Microsoft Flight Simulator airport features and look forward to having you explore them in the future. On behalf of the whole airport team, thank you for watching and see you soon.
Wow, guys, this was very impressive here. We can make an Iran International Airport. That's right, we're gonna make an Iran International Airport in Brittany, back in my hometown of Saint Malo, Brittany. We're gonna make one. We're gonna have even more tourists than we already have, right? So yeah, that's it for Flight Simulator here, talking about the airports. Absolutely breathtaking. I can't get enough of those visuals, guys. I don't know what you guys think. I know that a lot of you are saying that this is not their cup of tea and that they're not Flight Simulator guys, but come on, when you look at that, how do you not want to at least try it and be part of this experience? I'm not a big fan of flight simulators as well, but I'm gonna see that as an experience, as a way to get away from where I am. If I want to travel to Australia, if I want to travel to see some landscapes, while at the same time being on my computer share, that's how I'm going to see this game. And when I see those graphics, when I see the immersion it's gonna bring, I can't wait for it. Please tell me in the comments down here what you guys are thinking about it. Are you hyped for this game, or do you want me to completely stop talking about it? I would understand as well, guys. Please tell me in the comments down here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys for more videos. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out.